In the quaint and seemingly perfect town of Oak Ridge, behind every closed door lies a secret, and every shadow holds a story. This isn't just a tale of a town in the heart of America. It's a story of hidden darkness, lurking beneath a facade of peace and unity. When an elderly widow's kindness becomes intertwined with the unsettling arrival of her troubled grandson, their bond quickly takes a disturbing turn. As strange occurrences shatter the town's serene facade, whispers of rituals, secrets, and a forbidden connection begin to ripple through Oak Ridge. What starts as a quiet, picturesque life spirals into an unthinkable tragedy, unraveling a web of haunting mysteries that will leave you questioning. How well do we really know those closest to us? Before we start, kindly hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. By the way, where are you watching us from? We would love to hear from you. Now let's dive into the story. Oak Ridge, a small town nestled in the heart of America, presents an almost picturesque charm with its lush greenery, neat homes, and warm, friendly neighbors. Life here seems straight out of a storybook. A peaceful haven, far removed from the chaos of big cities. Yet, like every place with its outward perfection, secrets brew beneath the surface. One such secret revolves around Margaret House, a well-respected and elderly resident of Oak Ridge. Known for her kindness and resilience, Margaret has lived alone for many years since her son Paul left town. Her garden blooms beautifully, and her home radiates warmth. But behind this exterior lies a woman battling the ghosts of a troubled past. Margaret's life takes a dramatic turn when her 16-year-old grandson, William, comes to live with her after his parents' bitter divorce. William, a reserved and seemingly withdrawn teenager, is sent to Oak Ridge by his father, who hopes that Margaret's nurturing presence and the town's peacefulness will help him recover from his inner turmoil. But William's arrival doesn't bring the calm his father had hoped for. There's something simmering beneath his quiet demeanor, a hidden tension that manifests in unsettling ways. Initially, life at Margaret's home remains undisturbed, but soon, strange occurrences draw the attention of Oak Ridge's residents. At night, neighbors hear cries and arguments, echoing from Margaret's house. Shadows move eerily behind the drawn curtains, and the lights flicker well into the night, creating an atmosphere of mystery. Yet despite these oddities, no one dares to speak of it openly. Margaret and William's relationship raises even more questions. They often bicker in public, and their disagreements occasionally escalate into intense confrontations. But amid these arguments are moments of an unusually close connection, fleeting touches and lingering looks that hint at something more. As time passes, the lines between care and something far more unsettling begin to blur. As the hidden tension builds, so does the sense of something ominous unfolding within the house residence. Autumn arrives, casting a cold, gloomy pall over Oak Ridge. Margaret, once a familiar face on her porch, stops appearing altogether. This sudden absence concerns her close friend, Jennifer Parker, who grows increasingly worried when Margaret fails to answer her calls. One rainy evening, Jennifer decides to visit the house home. A feeling of dread grips Jennifer as she approaches the door. Finding it unlocked, she hesitantly steps inside. The house is dim, and an unsettling silence hangs heavily in the air. As Jennifer makes her way down the hallway, a foul smell of rot and dampness fills her nostrils, making her stomach turn. Compelled by worry, she pushes on, only to stumble upon a horrific scene in the living room. Margaret's body lies lifeless in the middle of a ransacked room, surrounded by overturned furniture and blood-stained carpets. The walls bear strange symbols drawn in blood, their shapes unfamiliar and disturbing. Jennifer's scream pierces the quiet, alerting the neighbors, who rush to the scene in alarm. The police arrive shortly after, unprepared for the horror that awaits them. Investigators meticulously comb through the crime scene, discovering eerie evidence: an old amulet stained with dried blood, photos with scratched-out faces, and fragments of books containing writings in an unknown language. Even more chilling are the symbols on the floor, suggesting a ritualistic element to the crime. In their search, they uncover letters written by Margaret decades ago, hinting at a family curse and visions that plagued her for years. The discovery of William's journal reveals even more disturbing entries, where he describes his grandmother not as a kind woman, but as something dark and sinister. As investigators interview Oak Ridge residents, they receive conflicting accounts of Margaret and William's lives. Some neighbors describe Margaret as a compassionate and caring woman trying to help her troubled grandson. Others whisper of strange rituals in the yard, and rumors of William lighting fires and speaking to unseen entities. The gossip quickly spreads, and speculation about the relationship between Margaret and William only deepens the town's unease. The investigation soon zeroes in on William, who becomes the prime suspect. His history of aggression and depression surfaces, along with journal entries that eerily resemble the crime scene. William's writings reveal violent dreams and a growing fear of a dark presence, which he felt compelled to cleanse from his grandmother's home. As the case progresses, a shocking revelation comes to light. The relationship between Margaret and William went beyond normal family bonds. Letters exchanged between them reveal a forbidden connection that complicates the investigation further. The trial portrays William as both a manipulated victim and an active participant in dark rituals. Prosecutors present evidence of William's direct involvement, highlighting his intent and mental state. Meanwhile, his defense argues that he was under Margaret's influence, manipulated by her into performing acts he could not fully comprehend. The jury ultimately finds William guilty, but acknowledges his compromised mental state. Rather than prison, he is committed to a psychiatric facility for mandatory treatment, leaving the question of his full culpability unresolved. In the aftermath of the trial, Oak Ridge finds itself divided. Some residents view William as a victim of his circumstances, manipulated by his grandmother and driven to madness. Others see him as a conscious murderer who escaped true justice. The once peaceful town is now haunted by distrust and unease, and whispers of dark rituals and unseen forces linger in the air. Over time, the house residence gains a reputation for being cursed, with rumors of unexplained noises, flickering lights, and cold drafts circulating among the townsfolk. Even within the psychiatric facility, William is plagued by nightmares and visions, insisting that dark forces still haunt him. As the town tries to move on, the lingering shadow of Margaret and William's story hangs heavily over Oak Ridge, leaving a once idyllic community forever changed. The tragic events in Oak Ridge remind us that appearances can be deceiving. Even in the most serene and picturesque settings, darkness can lurk just below the surface. Margaret and William's story is a testament to the complexity of human emotions and relationships, showing how unresolved pain and secrets can fester and spiral into something far more destructive. It highlights the importance of confronting our pasts and addressing our fears before they consume us entirely. This tale also sheds light on the impact of mental health and the significance of recognizing and seeking help for those struggling. William's descent into darkness underscores how untreated mental illness can lead to devastating consequences, both for individuals and those around them. It's a stark reminder of the need for compassion and awareness within communities and families when it comes to addressing psychological challenges. Another lesson that emerges from this story is the power of influence and manipulation. The dynamics between Margaret and William reveal how susceptible we can be to the influence of others, especially those we trust. It urges us to be vigilant and discerning about the intentions of those closest to us, as their influence can shape our beliefs, perceptions, and ultimately our actions in profound ways. If you found this story gripping and thought-provoking, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more intriguing stories that explore the human psyche and the secrets that often lie hidden behind closed doors. Together, let's uncover these tales and draw inspiration and lessons from them so we can better understand the complexities of human nature and the world around us.